Yo, hey guys, what is up? It's JJ Tech here, back again for another brand new spanking video. And yes, you guessed it, it's another PS5 video. And in today's video, we're finally gonna be doing the PlayStation 5 review. Now you're probably wondering, this is kind of a different setup, JJ. Well, that's because it is. Kind of wanted to switch up the setup here. It might look like I'm a little closer to the camera, well, because I am. So hopefully that's not too much of a big deal. Because I don't know, kind of looks like I'm a little too close. But you guys let me know in the comments down below if you guys like this setup or my other setup that I usually do. I am going to be doing both of the setups, not just this one. But for today's video, I thought that this setup would be perfect, kind of to show you how I have my PS5 set up next to my monitor. Alrighty guys, so you guys saw the title and thumbnail. We're finally going to be doing a PS5 review video, which means that pretty much the final thoughts, I guess you can say, but not really the final thoughts, because obviously you know how I do it. I usually do a review, then a 6 month later video, and then a 1 year later video. So stay tuned for all those videos coming your way. But with no further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so we're going to start it off with some categories. First, we're going to start off with the overall design of the console, you know, how it looks, you know, aesthetics. Alright. Then we're going to get into the UI. Now, speaking of UI, if you guys want to see a more in-depth tour of the UI, I did make a whole separate video talking just about the UI. So in this video, even though it is part of the categories, I'm not really going to be going in depth pretty much at all. Just going to be showing you guys the surface features and stuff like that. So yeah, if you want a more in-depth video, go check that video out. Then the third category is, of course, the most important one, which is the gameplay. We're going to be trying out some games that I did record while playing the PS5. I'm going to be showing you guys how good the graphics and how good the performance is on this PS5. And then at the end, I'm going to be telling you whether it's worth it or if it's even better than an Xbox Series X. So yeah, it's going to be broken up into 4 categories. So yeah guys, now let's really get into the video. Alrighty, so let's start off with the design. Now of course, I do have it right here. Hopefully you guys can see that. So obviously it's not showing the whole console, but you guys know how it looks if you guys saw my unboxing video and whatnot. So yeah, back to the console. As you can see here, overall it's a pretty good design. I actually prefer this design over the Xbox Series X. Now I say that just because I kind of like more of the out of the box design, kind of more different styles. I understand that the Xbox Series X is more of like a simplistic design, not really in your face all that much, but I actually do kind of like this design. Now the only complaint that I do have about this design is that it is, not sure if you can tell, but it's pretty tall and pretty thick overall. It's pretty much big in every dimension. I mean, for example, my monitor, I have it set up in the tallest position possible, and yeah, it almost reaches the top of the monitor even in the tallest setting. But yeah, overall design guys, I definitely do like it. I definitely do prefer it over the Xbox Series X. So yeah, for design, it's definitely a good one in my opinion, of course. Let me know in the comments down below, do you guys agree with my opinion on how this console looks, or do you prefer the design of the brand new Xbox Series X? Now that we got design out of the way, now let's get into the UI. Like I said, I'm not going to be going in depth in today's video, just a little quick features, some things to point out in this video. Now the first thing I am going to point out in the features on the UI that I really seem to enjoy is just the overall simplicity of the overall UI. Like I said, showing up here on screen just looks simple, you know, compared to the Xbox Series X UI, which, let's be honest, quite frankly, pretty much just looks the same as the Xbox One S UI, just with some slight tweaks to make it brand new for the Xbox Series X. I like that the PS5, Sony, went the more simplistic and more modern UI. They actually did a whole overhaul on the UI for the PS5, which is something that I really like. Makes you feel like you bought a new console, which is the case because you did buy a new console and you want to make it feel like you bought a new console. And yeah, the overall design and UI of the overall UI is pretty good. Like I said, you have 2 tabs you can go through. You can go through games, which I'm not sure if you guys can see back here, but right now I'm in the game section. As you can see here, right here, you can easily scroll between games, and then all you have to do is click R1 and you're now in your media section, which you can access things like Spotify, YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, and whatnot, all stuff like that. But yeah, the overall UI, like I said, is a plus for this console. Now, like I said, I'm going to point out some features that I do like on this UI, and that is that if you go on the controller, you click this button right here and it brings up the little tab down here, and it lets you take a screenshot, screen record your game, broadcast even directly from the PS5, which is something that the PS4 also had. And I'm glad that Sony decided to bring that feature back and make it even better, so you can broadcast directly from your PlayStation, and you can also take screenshots, quick screenshots. You can also take screenshots of a moment that happened 10 seconds ago. So yeah, this feature is a very, very good one on the new UI. But yeah, I'm not going to mention any other features. If you guys do want to go see an in-depth video on the UI, I will drop that video in the link in the description box down below, so you can check that video out. So hopefully you guys don't complain too much that I'm not mentioning too much about the UI, just because I pretty much already did a review on that separately. So yeah guys, now let's get on to the third category. Alrighty, so the third category, which is probably one of the most important categories, is of course the gameplay on this PS5. How are the graphics? How is the FPS? How is pretty much everything about the gameplay? So as you can see here, the first game that I am popping up here is Astro's Playroom. Now this game, in case you're not familiar with it, it does come already pre-downloaded on the PS5, as you can see here, and this game is pretty much to showcase all the features that the new PS5 DualSense has, and like I said, the vibration features, stuff like that. But as you can see here, just going around in this little map, as you can see here, just destroying some stuff, collecting some coins and stuff like that. This thing just runs so flawlessly. I mean, the graphics on this thing is just insane. You guys can see right here, it's just so smooth. Now obviously this isn't the most demanding game, but I thought I'd show this game just so you guys can kind of see the overall gameplay even on this game, which most people aren't familiar about this game, because people really only know about this game if you own the PS5. But yeah, it's a really clever game. As you can see here, very, very smooth. Now the next game that I did try is of course Fortnite. As you can see here, jumping out of the battle bus, as you can see here, very, very smooth, like I said, and then landing and stuff like that. Just everything about the PS5, as you can see here. Now I did forget to put an FPS counter, so you guys can see just exactly how much FPS the PS5 is running at. But as you can see here, just playing the game right now, standard, running around, destroying stuff. As you can see here, this game just runs it super flawlessly, and like I said, when I go back to my Xbox One and play the same game, it just looks so ancient compared to the new PS5. It's actually insane. Now heading on to the last game I played, and that is Rocket League. As you can see here, going into a match, as you can see here, yet again, not the most demanding, graphically demanding game here, but as you can see here, like I said, it's pretty basic. I mean, you can't really say much because the graphics on pretty much every game you go on to this PlayStation is just insane. The load times, the graphics, the FPS, overall smoothness in every game, as you can see here, is just pretty much perfect. I don't have any complaints in terms of gameplay, but you guys can judge for yourselves right here that I'm showing you guys all these games that I did showcase right now, and let me know, do you guys think it's worth upgrading from your Xbox One or your PS4, or maybe even your PS4 Pro and Xbox One X? You guys let me know in the comments down below. Now those are the only games that I will be showing in today's video, and that's just because those are the only games that I currently own. I know I did not buy any games quite yet, because as you know, the prices are pretty much skyrocketing. Just a regular standard game is $70, so I think I'm gonna wait until the prices go down. But yeah, for now, hopefully you guys enjoyed the little gameplay footage that I had. But yeah guys, let me know in the comments down below, is it worth the upgrade from the PS4 and Xbox One? Let me know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the last category, and that is, should you buy this PlayStation? Should you upgrade? And let's get on to that final category. Alright guys, we're now into the last category, pretty much my thoughts, and letting you know if you guys should definitely upgrade from your Xbox One or PS4 to the new PS5. And my answer is yes and no. Let me start off with the yes. I say yes, well, because if you have, let's say, a first generation Xbox One, like the big bulky VCR looking one, and like I said, you're looking to upgrade, yes, to a PS5, like I said, even if you own an Xbox, if you're looking to upgrade from a console like that then it's definitely worth it, just because those obviously is the launch console and it is pretty outdated, and then it is worth upgrading to this thing. Same thing with the PS4. If you have the launch PS4 and you're looking to upgrade, definitely go right ahead, just because it is a huge leap from the PS4 and Xbox One to these new console generations. Yeah, that's the yes and why you should upgrade. But other than that, now let's move on to why I think you shouldn't upgrade. Now the reason I say you shouldn't upgrade, and this is for the people that have an Xbox One X and a PS4 Pro. The reason I say that is because right now I don't really see too much of a difference in terms of graphics compared to the PS4 and Xbox One X to really tell you to go spend an extra $500 on a console that just doesn't really have that many launch titles right now. As you know, the PS5 catalog and even Xbox Series X catalog is pretty low right now. Only a couple games launching on the PS5. So for right now, there really isn't much games that take advantage of the PS5 graphics and FPS and stuff like that. So that's why I say no. But overall, like I said, you definitely should upgrade. It definitely is worth it if you have an Xbox One and launch PS4. But if you have an Xbox One X and PS4 Pro and you're looking to upgrade, I definitely advise you just wait a little bit, maybe to see if the prices go down on these things, because for now, like I said, the games just aren't that good on the PS5 and even the Xbox Series X to kind of tell you to upgrade. So yeah guys, those are my overall thoughts on whether you should upgrade or not. Hopefully I didn't confuse you too much there. Hopefully you guys got what I was saying. But yeah, those are my thoughts on whether you should upgrade or not. Now I know this video wasn't really too in-depth, and that's because I pretty much only own the console for around 2 weeks, and like I said, I don't really have that many games to fully take advantage of the PS5. But yeah guys, if you want a more in-depth video, make sure to stay tuned for the 6-month and 1 year later review videos that are going to be coming up in the next couple of months. But yeah guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Now if you guys are wondering why I didn't mention the price and where to buy it, and that's just because they're pretty much sold out everywhere right now. So that's why I'm not putting up the price and stuff like that. But yeah guys, thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.